What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you read the title, you know that we are about to make a vanilla iced tea latte. A vanilla ice matcha. Vanilla ice latte. Okay. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you read the title already, you know that we're about to make an iced vanilla matcha tea latte. This is one of my favorite drinks that I make every morning, and it's super good. It's super good, super easy to make. There are a lot of ways to make matcha tea. You know, there are a lot of matcha brands that you can buy at your local grocery store, and you know, you can just pour it in some water or some milk, stir it up, and you have your matcha tea. You can get it at your local Starbucks, or you can make it at home, or you can do it the ceremonial way, which is something that I prefer to do because it kind of gets me right in the morning. It's soothing, something that benefits me mentally, and that's what I like to do. So you can do your own research on where this particular method originated in. It originated in Japan, and they use different techniques in order to make their organic matcha. So you will need some tools in order to make this matcha tea latte. I have everything that I need. We're about to make this real good organic vanilla matcha tea latte. I can't wait to show you guys how to make it. And again, this is the ceremonial way. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna get my stuff over here and then we're gonna get to it. So the most important thing you need is your matcha, of course. Obviously you need your matcha in order to make a matcha tea latte. I got this from matcha.com. If you have seen my other videos, this is the brand that I use to make my matcha tea lattes. I'm not gonna lie, based on all the research, this is the most organic matcha that you can buy on the market. I wanna say I paid $20 something for this. Not a lot of ingredients in it. I think it's literally just the matcha powder. There are other brands that you can use, but this is what I prefer to use. You gotta have your kettle, of course. Let me show you the tools that you need in order to make your matcha. So what you need is matcha bowl. It has a pour spout, so when I make the matcha and I'm done with it, I can just pour it out. Without having this, you know, it can waste and stuff like that. So you need a wooden whisk. You have your matcha spoon. It's green because I've been dipping matcha in it. And then you have your strainer. You don't want to leave chunks. You want to make sure that your matcha is separated. I just have a regular cup. I have the Atlanta Braves cups because I'm an Atlanta Braves fan. What the purpose of this cup is that when I pour this hot water into the matcha bowl, I'm going to heat this matcha bowl up, but then I have to pour it out. So I'm going to pour it out in this cup, and then I'm going to put the wooden whisk in the hot water. That way this whisk is not dry, it's kind of damp, and it will mix up the matcha even better than just having a dry whisk. It's very, very important to remember these things in order to get real good matchas. Yeah, just remember that. These are the tools that you'll need. You need your matcha bowl, your wooden spoon, you'll need your strainer, you'll need your wooden whisk, cup, kettle, and the most important, your matcha. I'll leave a link in the description so you can go to it. But this is, even though it's small, it is 30 servings, I believe. You can see that it says 30 servings. So I definitely get a good use out of this. But yeah, this is the best matcha on the market. I'm telling you now, I've been drinking matcha for a long time, and this is the best matcha I've ever had. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with making this matcha. All right, so I got my water here. The water is at a boiling point, and then after that, what I will do is I will pour this hot water into the matcha bowl. So the purpose of pouring the water in the matcha bowl first is to heat up the matcha bowl. You want to heat up your bowl, and there is a circular motion technique that you'll use just to warm up the bowl. This is something that is part of the ceremony and part of the process. All right, y'all, so the water is boiling. It is done. Just pour a little bit. Don't pour it like all the way to the top. Yeah, pour maybe like a quarter into the bowl, but like I said, don't fill it up all the way. If you want to, you can kind of fill it up halfway. Yeah, just make sure you don't fill it all the way up to the top. What you're gonna do is, all you're gonna do is just pick it up. You're just going to let the water warm up the bowl for about 15 to 30 seconds. The bowl is already super hot, so make sure the bowl is hot, and then that's it for that step. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour the water into this cup here, and then I'm going to put the wooden whisk inside of the water. That's very important. Don't forget that. Put this in here. And now, like I said, what you're going to do is you're just going to put the wooden whisk in the water and set that a little bit to the side. Normally what I do is I'll get a paper towel and just wipe the bottom, just so it's, just so it's dry and it doesn't mess up the matcha. So another important step, make sure you don't forget this step. You have to make sure the matcha doesn't have any clumps within the matcha bowl. That's very, very important, because when you start to whisk the matcha, when it separates, it creates this foam, and that's what you want to get. If you don't have foam into your matcha bowl, you're doing it wrong. You gotta have the foam. That's the key thing. Once you have the foam, you know you're doing it right. I'm gonna put this right here. It's like, so I don't know if the camera can catch this. It's a lot of like big chunks. It's not powdery at all. Normally what I do is I'll probably do maybe 3 scoops. This is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. We're just going to move around the matcha. It's just, you can see the matcha is being separated, and look how powdery it is now. Look how it's just turning to powder. No clumps, just powder. So as you can see, this is what you need. This is what you're supposed to get. There's matcha powder, no clumps. I don't know if you can see that. Let me move it up a little bit closer, but this is what you're supposed to get right here. That's why having this strainer is so important. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our boiling water again, but you can pour it like halfway. Pour it quarter halfway, do a little bit more. So as you can see right now, there's no foam. So this is the most important thing to get your matcha the way it needs to be. So as you can see, I don't know if the camera can catch this, but as you can see, the whisk is wet. The wooden whisk is wet, it's not dry, and that's very important to whisk your matcha. So there is a way to whisk your matcha, and it's in a zigzag motion, kind of like you're making an M. This right here is some good matcha. Real good organic matcha. Look how beautiful that looks. That's some matcha right there. Look at that. Woo-wee. And that's what you're supposed to get. That's how you make matcha. This right here is how matcha's supposed to look. If you don't have foam on top of your matcha, start over. Now, if you want to take matcha just by itself, you're done. You can drink it like this, but we're going to make a latte out of this matcha. But I just want to show you, this is the whole process of making real good matcha. All right, so now we're going to make iced vanilla matcha tea latte. You can use oat milk, almond milk, any creamer you want to use. I normally use oat milk to make my matcha tea latte, but I'm not gonna do that this time. What I'm going to use is this non-dairy creamer, almond milk and oat milk sugar cookie latte. Look, around the holiday season, Starbucks releases iced sugar cookie almond milk latte. To me, that's the best thing on the menu. So I love when the holidays come around because they release that particular drink. And they also have the sugar cookie syrup. And they release the non-dairy creamer, almond milk and oat milk latte. So it's inspired by the sugar cookie almond milk latte. They have it in this creamer. And just for y'all, since I'm doing this for my YouTube family, trying to watch my sugar intake, but we're going to add some white chocolate syrup to this as well, because that's just the best way to drink it. To be honest with y'all, I'm not gonna do a lot, because like I said, I'm trying to watch my sugar intake, but ice here. I'm not trying to like talk about anybody or, judge anybody, but get you a bag of ice. Don't get the ice that's made out of the refrigerator. I feel like certain brands, when they make the ice from the refrigerator, it tastes a little weird and it throws the drink off. I recommend just getting some regular ice from the grocery store or something that's separate from the ice that's being made in the refrigerator. Now we're going to add our creamer. So we're going to take the matcha here. Iced vanilla matcha tea latte. Or white chocolate. I kind of didn't add any vanilla to it now that I think about it. Hopefully, y'all take this recipe and put it into your homes and you drink it and add it to your morning routine. I'll add everything that I use in the description so you guys can go to it. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. If you really like this video, please like the video, share it with people who like matcha. Hey, let's share this video to all the matcha family, all the people who love to drink matcha. That's good matcha right there. All right, y'all, thanks for tuning in. I'll see y'all later. Stay mentally G. See y'all in the next video. All right, peace.